Hello and welcome to Creepy Camper Podcast, attempt number 3. I'm your
Woo!
co-host Ryan, here with my co-host Kimmy.
Woo! Time for 3.0.
Yeah,
I just had the longest yawn on the face of the
I saw
planet.
that. Yeah. So hello everybody. If this is your first time joining us, we are the Creepy Camper Podcast, where we talk about scary movies. If you're somebody who's been watching us from the beginning and you're like, this isn't what I signed up for originally, here we are. And this week we are going to be talking about a movie that just came out as of recording this like 2 days ago, and that was Pet Semetary Bloodlines, because they just keep making them.
Is this the second movie or is it?
No, this is probably like the 5th one, because there's the original, there's the
Oh,
sequel, there's the remake, there's the 2019 one, and then there's this one. And there's probably more that I'm not aware of, but there's at least
oh,
5.
okay.
Yeah. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, so real quick, just a quick little synopsis from IMDb or DB. Well, I say BD, I don't know. So in 1969, a young Jud Crandall, who, if you've seen the original, you may know, dreams of leaving his hometown of Ludlow, Maine behind, but soon discovers more sinister secrets buried within. Jud is forced to confront a dark family history that will keep him connected to Ludlow. And so since you haven't really seen the original, oh yeah, no spoilers right now, by the way. So don't worry.
Right.
I'll let you know before we get into that, just in case you haven't seen it. Um, so you have not seen the original, Kimmy, correct?
No,
Okay.
no.
So this was a prequel. So this takes place like, I don't know what year the original takes place, but the main character in this one, Jud, is an old man in the original. So this is kind of the
Really?
origin story of our good friend Jud, the local creepy man in the original story. So that was kind of
Hmm.
cool. Um,
I
yeah.
I I didn't know this. Because when what I thought is that there was only like two movies, and I
Oh
thought this was they're like children, is what I thought. So I was like,
no,
huh, that's interesting.
no, that was
But
my
that
thought
makes me like it
right out of the
more.
gate. I was like 1969, like this, because the original one
Good year
I think
though.
was like takes place in the 90s. So I thought this was kind of weird
Oh,
that it was an old one, but yeah, go check it out if you haven't watched it yet. Because I hate spoiling movies for people. But
and I don't.
yeah,
So I got to be real careful right
yeah.
here.
So that being
Keep you on your
said,
toes.
yeah,
The true jump scare comes here.
so we're just gonna jump into some spoiler territory. So get out of here. Now's your warning. All right, all right, and let's go. All right, Kimmy. So
Should we play some like a transition sound?
yeah, I'm sure
Would you
there'll
like to
there'll
do
be
that?
a sound here somewhere. I don't know. There we go. All right.
Uh, man.
So this movie
Why have I
goes
been
spits in the
doing a lot
face
of
of our everything we've ever believed in of always trust the dog. I believe is is the
Yeah,
biggest way.
that I didn't like that. I want to be right off the bat where I didn't like seeing a dog with the whole demon energy shit
Yeah.
going on. Wasn't a fan. May affect a rating view later on.
Well, so that's kind of the gist of this whole movie, or gist, I guess. Is you get buried in this cemetery and you come back as crazy zombie psycho killer. So people just keep burying shit there, which is kind of the point of the original movie. Is hey, we're real sick of this. Um, but yeah, so I guess we're just gonna do our quick favorite parts. So mine was just seeing Jud Crandall as a spry youth, because in the original movie he's kind of just a crotchety old man who's like trying to protect the children, which is like a good thing. I shouldn't say
Oh yeah,
crotchety. He's a nice guy, but it doesn't go too well. Okay, there
there
it
you
is. Yeah.
go. again, this is revamped, but you know what? We got it.
So this is Jud, for those wondering. Nice guy. Well, this is Jud in the original one. Just so
Okay,
you
I was
know.
like, I don't remember him from the movie. Okay.
So my biggest complaint of this whole movie is they set up this whole like thing with Donna, who is the brother of one of the like main guys trying to help Manny, and they set up this whole like Native American like protection mask thing, right?
Right.
And then like nothing happens with it.
Yeah, and and that was like, because I'm watching it having seen absolutely nothing, so I don't
Yeah.
know if like the other movies explain it, but I was very disappointed in that because I saw, like, I love the concept of there's this history there and they use it for their protection, but I just feel like it was like, okay, that's all you need to know. I was like, no, like, what's the symbolism to the mask? Like, why is the wolf mask so important?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
And
they look so cool. They look so fucking cool.
and they do kind of like in the I've only seen the original. I haven't seen all the other ones, so I'm not 100% sure if maybe the mask coming to help. But they kind of did Donna dirty with like
Yeah.
she's like,
I I messaged Ryan and I were watching this at the same time, and I messaged him, Team Donna all the way,
yeah.
only for her to immediately be
Yeah, and
croaked.
I was a
And I
little
was
ahead of Kimmy at that
pissed.
point, watching her get stabbed. So that was kind of awkward. So I was like, "Why are you texting me, Team Donna?" Because I didn't realize I had passed you, and she was currently dying on my screen.
I was
Um,
so upset. I was so mad
but Donna
because
does
I
have the best fucking kill in the entire movie. I don't know if I got a screenshot of it. No, I didn't. But she stabbed someone with a shotgun. So I
yeah.
remained Team Donna, even when she was the bad guy.
Yeah, even as a zombie, I was still a little Team Donna, but
Yeah.
you know what? Just sounds like it's bad energy. It's not so much her. You know what I mean? So
Hmm. And so the main like big bad guy, I guess you could call him in this movie, is Timmy here on the screen,
yeah.
who I guess it died in Vietnam. Is kind of, I mean, it doesn't explicitly say that, but that's kind of the like assumed thing, right? Like he
Hmm.
died in Vietnam. The dad got his body back and buried him in the cemetery because he's part of the original families who knew like what the cemetery did. So this is our psycho killer for the movie. I think he did a good job. I thought it was kind
Yeah.
of a bit of a like um under story of it being like maybe some like PTSD type story, but not super deep into that.
Yeah. Like the one thing with Timmy, like what made him creepy. First of all, your girl hates zombies on every
Yeah.
level. I don't like gore. So I was surprised like I was so into this
Mhm.
movie. But I've learned the only thing I hate more than a zombie is a smart zombie that's
Mhm.
been through war training. I was like, when they were like, oh, let's go into this tunnel, I was like, I was with
Nope.
Maddie where he's like, what? He's like, I'm not going in there. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm not
You
going in there.
talking that tunnel? Like the creepy underground tunnel?
That one with the dude that's been to war,
Yeah.
that is undead
Probably
and has
fighting
a
in
one shot.
tunnels. Like,
I was like, nah, Chief, I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like a good time for me.
yeah. But I feel like
Man.
they did a good job with Timmy because it almost felt like he was like the other ones who turned into zombies, like Donna, kind of just like fully embraced it and was out there stabbing people. I feel like Timmy, there was a few scenes where it kind of felt like he was still in there, but like when the dad came on him in the kitchen, like eating whatever is in that fridge, and then he's like, "Timmy, is that
Ugh.
you?" And the guys, and he like kind of like hesitated for a little bit. Then he's like, "Timmy's not here," and then walked out. Like it kind of felt like maybe there's still a little bit of Timmy left in there, but the other
Yeah.
ones were just. I mean, Donna was just out there killing people. Like,
Well, like I'm gonna be honest, I really liked what they put into the characters, but I do feel they kind of shortchanged the two girls.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because like Timmy was like having that conflict, right? And
mm-hmm,
Donna has this whole she has the Native American history with her.
yeah,
So I feel if anything, she would have more of a fight
yeah. That's what I think
in
they could
her.
have done with the masks.
Yeah. So like I felt like she was kind of shortchanged with that. And then the blonde boo that was
Yeah,
with him,
Norma.
like
Yeah, she was just in the
she
hospital the whole time.
yeah, and then she gets captured and she's like a fucking badass about it, but I feel like everyone else I really knew where they were coming from and those two like had that potential and it just
Yeah,
was like you know what I mean?
yeah. Norma's story kind of just felt like, all right, we need like a hot blonde person in the movie. How can we get one in here? And then so they did.
Yeah. Yeah, it really felt like that. Which sucked because like I liked how much they were kind of putting into everyone. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
like, ooh, like this has my attention. I was like, oh, this is Manny. This is the issue Manny's going through. So
yeah,
this would be his conflict. This is like what the main guy. I love the main guy in it. Well, he's like everyone had their stuff, but I felt like the girls were kind of shortchanged. And like
yeah,
the blonde hair, like I'm kind of fine with, but it
yeah,
was Donna that I was
yeah,
like, she was like such. I think she was just such a key point
yeah.
that it was just like
And Manny got over him shooting his sister in the face way too
real
quickly
quick.
for how much he was
Yeah.
like, as he's getting stabbed, he's like, don't shoot her, don't shoot her. And then once he shoots her, he's like, all right, well, guess she's
He's like,
dead.
well, more Christmas gifts for me, like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
exactly. Yeah, it definitely felt very like. Well, I guess we could get to our ratings. I gave it a 3 out of 5 for that exact
Yeah.
reason. Is I kind of felt like they just rushed the shit out of it. Like there was no like time
Yeah.
to absorb any of the like traumatic stuff that was happening to these people.
Yeah.
Like,
There I gave surprise, surprise. You wanna show the,
yeah,
the ratings? We're still figuring out fonts. It'll be figured out next time.
yeah,
But I did the 3 out of 5 too because I was really interested in it, but it did feel super rushed to me. It felt like just like the bones of a story,
yeah.
and I felt like
Even
that could have been more.
Yeah, even them like when they're trying to like figure out like why there might be a zombie in the town, they're like, "Oh, let's just go to the church." And the church like just had the answer. Like immediately there was no like they set it up like, "Oh, this is going to be like a mystery movie maybe instead." But nope, they solved it immediately. And then they're like, "Oh, no, it's a slasher movie with Donna." And then nope, they killed her just right away. And then they're like, "All right, no, it's like a scary movie where people are in the trenches and then they're in there for like 5 minutes." I just felt like it couldn't quite decide what kind of horror movie it wanted to be, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. And it was hard because it's just like you were saying. I just feel it was too short. I think this would have been like a great like two-part movie with just how much was in it
Mm-hmm.
too. Like there's so much build up for the lore and I really wanted to know more lore. I wanted more conflict with Donna, you
Yeah.
know. Like I was like, okay, so Timmy likes her, so he's gonna eat her literally. I was like, okay, like
Yeah.
it's I felt like everything was there. It just needed like an extra hour.
Yeah. I don't even know an hour. Like I said, like 20 more minutes and they could have made. But yeah, a two-parter probably would have been the move. I looked up because when I sent you this one, I was like, there's a 2019 Pet Cemetery too. So I thought maybe like this was a part two, but no, the 2019 one's a remake of the very original one. So like
Mm,
so maybe there will be a Bloodlines part two, but to fill the gap between 1969 and the 90s, but it's not looking like it. So
no, it sucks because it like I was really hooked and I was really interested, but it's just I do feel everything was rushed.
yeah.
Like I wish there was a few more like little close up shots,
Hmm.
but it was good. Like it, everything was right there.
Yeah. It
And
was
I was like,
so
that's it.
close. so close to a 4 or a 5. Like a couple more. Like the actors were pretty good. There was a couple scenes where I was like, oh, that was cringe, but for the most part, it was very good acting. Yeah.
And they killed the people really quick. I think that was the hard thing is like I wanted to emotionally connect with these people because I felt like they were really portraying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would just die. And I was like,
and then the deaths had no like consequences.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It's not like, oh no, we killed the dad, so now this is going to be like more difficult, or now we don't have this piece, or
it's just like, nope, dad's just dead.
Yeah,
and people die off screen too. Like the cop died off screen, and it was like, okay, so does he have a gun now or something? No, just he was just dead.
Yeah, or it's like someone dies, now they have the weapon, and they would like do like shots where I felt it kind of was going to lead to something but didn't.
Yeah.
Like there was like that axe scene. I was like, oh, it's going to be a slasher. There's going to be an axe used at one point.
Nope.
And then it's like, no.
Yeah. To be honest, the more I talk about it, the less I like it. And if we would have talked about it before I gave it a rating, I probably would have given it like a 2.5 instead of a 3. But I'm gonna leave my answer at 3.
You're just slowly going down and down.
Yeah.
You'll next time we do an episode, you'll be like, you know what? Actually, I want to change my rating for that.
I watched it again. It was so deep. It was 5 stars. Like
10 out of 10. Chef's kiss.
It was no cocaine bear. Let's just say that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those like I saw the potential and it like I enjoyed it a lot. It's just I needed more. I needed so much more. And they did Donna dirty. Like that's going to be my thing. Yeah. Like justice for Donna.
Justice for Donna.
If you need an episode name, that's my throw.
Yeah.
That's my throw in for it.
But it is so very easy to give an overall score on this one. No math involved, so 3.5. That's going to go up on the Letterboxd. If you would like to follow us and see the movies we're watching that we maybe don't talk about on the podcast, because I go to a lot of movies, follow us on Letterboxd at Creepy Camper to keep up with us. Hopefully this format sticks. Please let us know what you think about it, especially if you watched the first 2. I'm just another guy on YouTube with an opinion about a movie, so I know it's very unique. But
yeah, you have your token by with colored hair too. Yeah. That is part white female.
We're the only ones doing it. That's all I'm saying. All right. Well,
original.
Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been the Creepy Camper Podcast with me, Ryan.
And me, Kimmy.
And we'll catch you at the next late night viewing.
Bye-bye.